Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you wherever you may be. Welcome to the channel, Team Sweaty Palms here with another Elden Ring video. I am your host, Bad Human, and today we'll be going over the very popular and easy to reach Dragon Farm, located here at Fort Faroth in Caelid. Just to kind of showcase how simple and accessible this farm is from the start of the game, for this video we'll be selecting the level 1 Wretch class. Entering the game, we start off at the Chapel of Anticipation, progress through the forward doors, leap off the staircase, and cross the rickety bridge, where you will encounter the Grafted Scion boss. Now, you may choose to fight him, or elect to cannonball off this cliff as I have. Either way, the choice is yours, as there is no consequence to your decision. You will be able to return here later when you are harder, better, faster, stronger, or if you're feeling like an absolute Chad, go ahead and take this boss down now and reward yourself with a new sword and shield. After a bit of a cutscene, you will spawn here beneath the hero's grave. There is an optional tutorial section here, the Cave of Knowledge, but because I am trying to reach the Dragon Farm as quickly as possible, I will be skipping over a few things. I will try to mention them in passing, but if you see something that I've bypassed that I don't bring up in this video, please leave a comment below so that others will see what I've missed. Thank you in advance. Now, head up a few staircases, through a few doors, not forgetting any items or sites of grace to activate along the way, and you will have finally reached the true first section of the game, Limgrave. A breath of fresh air now that we see grass and other life forms. Welcome to the first step. I skip past the NPC White Mask Vare here on the left. You should speak with him to begin his questline. We'll definitely want to avoid the tree sentinel in the field ahead, as he could absolutely crush us at such a low level. Here at the Church of Ella, we have Kale the Merchant, to whom you should also speak with, as he is a part of another NPC's quest line. But after activating this side of Grace, we'll cross this small forest to the Gatefront Ruins. Just a quick tip about all the ruins in Elden Ring: there is a basement or cellar located in each one, but for the purpose of this video I skipped that as well. Now, grab the map located in the center of the Gatefront Ruins at the Stella and proceed to the side of Grace as shown. By resting, we can de-aggro the enemies in this area so they won't attack you anymore. And it also triggers another cutscene. Now that you've met with Melina, accept her offer to take her to the Erd Tree. Accepting grants you access to your trusty steed Torrent, which will allow us to cover areas of the map significantly faster. Be wary that if you refuse her offer, not only will you not receive Torrent, you will also lose the ability to level up your character, ultimately defeating the entire purpose of this video. So, please accept her offer. For the sake of making things easier, I tend to equip the Spectral Steed Whistle to my item pouch. This gives me quick access to summoning Torrent. I also equip both the Crimson and Cerulean Flask to make replenishing my HP and FP simple as well. Now, we'll fast travel back to the first step. Once there, summon Torrent and head east, where we will activate the Seaside Ruins and the Agheel Lake South Sites of Grace. From here, we need to head south. There is a weapon we'll be needing for the up-and-coming Dragon Farm. Carefully, proceed across the Bridge of Sacrifice, dodging the ballista by moving side to side. There are a few items you can pick up while crossing, then activate the Site of Grace there on the right. Continue down the pathway, still heading south, and you will find a broken carriage with an open chest in the back. Now this is why we're here. The Morning Star is a weapon that causes blood loss buildup, and this will make defeating the dragon a lot easier. You'll see when we get there. Find yourself a safe spot to access your map and fast travel back to the Agheel Lake South site of Grace. Summon Torrent and follow the path heading north. You will eventually come across a group of enemies guarding a carriage being pulled by two giants. We won't be stopping here for the purpose of this video. However, for future reference, these carriages always have an item on them, from weapons to talismans. There's always something that might come in handy. To gain access to these items, you must first get at least one of the giants to stop moving simply by attacking them. Just ahead is a bridge we will not be crossing. Instead, turn right and continue north down the path. You will see some enemies along the way that are easy enough to avoid. Ride past them and we'll continue to another side of Grace just off the path to the right. From there, ride directly northeast to the Third Church of America, where we'll find another site of Grace, the Flask of Wondrous Physic, and a few more key items. Side note, I do like equipping the Flask of Wondrous Physic into my item pouch as well. Feel free to do so if you'd like. Moving on, just behind the church, we'll find a pond. In it is a hidden portal located within the bushes. Use this portal to teleport yourself to the northeastern side of the next section of this tutorial, Caelid. Once you've reached Caelid, you'll be standing before the very large doors of the Bestial's Sanctum. Head inside to activate the site of Grace, then turn around to head back outside. At the bottom of the staircase, the gargoyle can be easily avoided by running to the left of it. Carry on down the hill to collect a golden seed and to activate another site of Grace just before the bridge. Cross the bridge and avoid the dragon boss by riding quickly underneath it and continue forward to the minor Erd tree just ahead. Carefully run around to the back of the tree, avoiding the Erd tree avatar boss. Use the Spirit Spring jump pad to climb the cliffside and proceed forward to the Fort Faroth site of Grace. Congratulations, we have finally reached the dragon farm. Now, let's go over the terms and conditions of this farm hidden in the fine print. In order for this to work, we need to go into our equipment menu and equip the Morningstar hammer we picked up from earlier. This is a weapon with blood loss buildup, which is essential to this farm because of the dragon having so much health in its health pool. Once the dragon has enough blood loss buildup, it will instantly lose approximately 15% of its health. Also, you will notice that this weapon has a strength requirement of 12 and we only have 10 strength. By holding Y and pressing RB or triangle and R1 on PlayStation, you are able to two-hand the weapon, effectively increasing your strength by 50%, bringing us to a total of 15 strength, which is more than enough to use this weapon. Now, let's talk a little bit about positioning. Positioning is key here. It is easiest to mount Torrent after two-handing your weapon and remain on Torrent while you are attacking the Great Dragon. Find the giant fungus that I'm using as a guide. This will also set you up to quickly speed back to the site of Grace after you have finally defeated the dragon. When the dragon is nearly out of health, keep an eye out for the dramatic twitch it performs at the start of its death animation. This is your cue to immediately take off, heading back to the site of Grace. Its death animation is long enough for you to make it there in time before it despawns from the map entirely. If done correctly, it will have returned to full health, and you will have gained 50,000 runes for defeating it. If this is your first time sitting at a site of Grace, like it was for me, Melina appears and offers to take you to the round table hold. You may choose to accept or decline with no consequence. For the purpose of this video, I declined and farmed the dragon for a second time. Feel free to farm here as long as you'd like. Just keep in mind that if you defeat the dragon and don't make it to the site of Grace in time, then it disappears forever. Luckily enough, there are definitely more farms later down the road that you still have access to, and as a plus, you will also have gained 5 dragon hearts for your efforts. Real quick, just to prove that this farm is still relevant throughout the game, and to kinda show off my super awesome level 1 build, this is a brief showcase on how efficient this farm can be in the mid to late game. As you can see, this farm takes roughly 2.5 minutes to complete from start to finish, once you get yourself some better gear. Now, I know we released a video on the ball farm at Land's Rise, but in my opinion, it's not really worth it. If you're searching for a great early game room farm, I highly recommend reaching this particular farm as soon as possible. And that about wraps it up for today's video. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, or if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Until next time, have a great day.
Team Sweaty Palms!